What I have for you guys today is this Legge 5-lever mortise lock. They're commonly used in the UK. This one does have false gates on it, and I'll show you those after I get done picking it. But here's the key, show you that it functions. Here's the tool that I made. It's to pre-lift the levers. After I'm done picking it, I can show you what the function of it is. Here's the pick wire that I made, and I can also show you why it needed to be bent this way. And for this, I used a modified disc detainer tool, some Chinese one. That's what this handle is from. And then I got some longer bolts and kind of sharpened them to pinch it in the key better. And then this is the top of it for rear tensioning. These parts that I'm left over with. It'll also still work as a disc detainer lock. I just need to unassemble this and put the parts back together. So I'll try tensioning it and feeling for binders. Oh, one other thing. I use just this regular Allen wrench. It's also used for this, but I put it underneath my picking wire so then it doesn't move up and down in that slot. And it provides me with quite a bit of control over the picking wire. So one's not binding, two's not binding, three's binding. Sounds like some just dropped, so I'm gonna feel for. It feels like 4 needed to be reset. I'm still a beginner at this, so I have no idea what any of that means. Maybe it means I hit a false gate, but we'll find that out soon enough. So you can see the bolt just moved a little bit. That means I'm in a false gate and I have to reset. From what I can tell, there's no way of picking a lever after it's hit a false gate. But like I said, I am new. So there we go. Got it open. That's really nice. I don't have to do this 30 times. So I'll gut this for you and show you how these 5-lever locks work. Oh, just lost a screw. Oh well. I only put this plate back on just to kind of make it like the lock's new, so then, or how it should be, so then you guys know I wasn't messing around with anything. There's one back here. Now, to gut this lock in camera, it's gonna be a little difficult, but I'll do it for you guys. So here you can see bolt retracted all the way back. This little piece right here, this is a stump, went through all these gates and went to the other side. I guess I wasn't quite over far enough because that one lever was still actuated, but it's still a valid picking. So here's lever number one, closest one to me. The false gate you can see on this bottom side. I'm going to call this 2. There is no false gate. This is 3. False gate at the bottom. 4. Another false gate at the bottom. And 5. Another false gate at the bottom. I'll just take this out of here so you guys can see that the stump's not totally fucked up or anything. So there's the stump. Activates the false gates. I'll put that back in here and maybe explain some of this to you all so then you can see how it works. I'm gonna put that back there just for ease. So you can slide this back into the true gate or back to the locked position. So you can see how that stump hits that top part right there, and that's what prevents it from opening. This top part, this ledge right here and this ledge down here are both called fences. So this top one doesn't have any anti-picking features. This bottom one has a false gate, and I will also explain to you why they'd have a false gate down there even though you'd be picking it from the locked position. So what happens is, so if you see this part right here is called the curtain. If this curtain was turned without any pre-lifting mechanisms in, when it engages, you can see how hard it would be to fit a pick wire around this little part right here to try to lift up your levers. And you can probably do it, but you won't have the height needed to pick it into these higher fences. And I also said I was going to explain to you why they'd have false gates at the bottom. So another common attack for these is, let's say I pre-lifted this just like this, right? So that's what this does. It pre-lifts this lever, so then you can fit more bent wire in there so you can pick it up. But I'm not sure if it's that common on these, or I think it's actually more for the older style that don't have curtains. But what you can do is you can lift these all the way up. It's called overlifting. You overlift all of your levers, and then tension them, and then let them drop back down. So this is mainly to prevent an overlifting attack, but when you're also single lever picking it, it is still, it causes you to think that some that are set in the right gate, you think they're not quite set, so you overlift it, and then it gets caught in there. That's what happened to the first round of picking it that you saw me do. So this right here, this is your bolt, this is your stump, this thing in here, this little H, this whole thing is a lever, and where you insert the key, that's called the curtain. This spring up top here usually referred to a leaf spring. And there's also a little notch in this bolt where, I'll take this out, you can see right here, there's a little notch in the bolt. A little hard to tell, but right here, there's a little notch that this catches on and pulls the bolt in. This is usually just referred to a V-notch or something of that nature. So I picked this on camera. My next thing to do will be to make a video explaining lever locks, and I am also currently writing a little beginner's guide on how to start out picking lever locks. So thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Bye.